Hey, how you doing, Scorpio? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking for your weekend ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check your sun, moon, rising and Venus sign and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I'm giving out free private and personal readings. So if you'd like a free private or personal reading, please check out the information in the description below this video. I just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so by pressing the notification bell. So, Scorpios, let's see what's going on with your reading, shall we? Scorpios. Scorpios. I have no time to waste with a woman that's going to be bad to me. So, there's feelings of you having no time to waste with a woman that's going to be bad to you. Okay? There's no time wasting here with something. Okay? You're trying to end something, close something out here. Let's see what else is going on, Scorpios. So something is not going to be generous to you, but things are going to be important for me to believe that I need to do what I have to do to stop myself from doing something very rude or very mean. I feel like I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm wondering whether or not I should do it. Okay, this could be with an earth sign female. Okay, since this person's loyal to you, or their loyalty to you has closed down. Okay, it says they never really was loyal to you, but don't really feel like they want to do anything to harm you or hurt you. Okay, it says there's feelings here of nervousness or negativity with someone that feels like they're going to control themselves before they even speak or do anything that's going to be dysfunctional or mischievous. Okay, it does say there's some feelings here to be open to something that is quite obsessive here. Like you've been open to some obsession, like someone's obsessed with you, Scorpio. All right. It does say there's an offer of this, or there has been an offer of this. It says there's feelings of nervousness coming in, and maybe you feel like doing something. It says you want to work on something, but you're waiting to see what happens. It does say there's feelings of wanting to work something out or doing something in the right way, and you're wanting to know that you can possibly do something in the right way. Okay. Could be holding on as well to some plans of wanting to know that things are going to get better for you someday. But you do know you have to weigh out the pros and the cons before you see any good karma come into your life, because something or someone is stopping you from processing these memories in a good way. It says bad luck has been with you for a while in your mind, but suddenly you realize everything is going to work out just fine if you leave it as it is. It says it's not going to work out just like that, but it will work out if you stop the situation from unfolding in nervous ways that you have been feeling. It says 1 week or the other, I have to see myself do something that's going to make everything just walk away or wash away, or give myself back to myself and say, I can't do it. Okay. So let's see what else is going on here. It says, I've tried to warn you, I'm not speaking to you, I will not see you. So someone's trying to warn you, they're not speaking to you, or they're not going to see you. Okay, someone's holding on here to something. All right, someone's holding on to something here. Okay, let's see what else is going. It says, I know that I'm going to do it, but I can't let you know I'm doing it until I do it. You're going to tell me off, and I feel like bad news is coming. So something could be brewing, something could be coming out as bad news. It says one of these weeks I have to see myself in a problem with you, and I see it today. So someone's going to see themselves in a problem with you today, Scorpio. It says 1 week or another you'll see that nervousness is something that you don't want, but you have to do something that's telling you not to do it, but it will give you a reason to believe you will do it if someone keeps trying to harm you or hurt you. It says something is trying to bother you, but you're practicing good karma and allowing the situation to unfold in a way where you don't do something wrong. Okay. It says, one of these weeks I will show you. I'm not coming to tell you off, but I'm coming to give you a caution. So someone's coming to give someone some type of caution here. There's some type of karma here, and it's tamed. Okay. It does say someone is mad at you, but doesn't want to say anything is wrong. Okay. It says this person may not want to speak to you, but I will. I will want to know why she's doing that. So someone wants to know why another person keeps doing something. There could be a Gemini that is obsessed with you. Okay. It could even be a Capricorn, but it does look like you feel like shutting something down or ending something here. It says you will see bad news come when you bring a party into the situation and probably cause a scene. You may not want to, but you have to do it if you feel like something is going to happen. It says people will want to speak to you and wonder why this is happening, and you will see that good news comes afterwards. Okay. It says one day you'll realize she's not going to speak to you anymore, and she will not even see you anymore. She will not live there anymore, or she will not deal with you anymore. It could be a wonderful thing for you to ignore the situation, but you can't proceed with caution, hoping that things are going to be okay if she keeps committing negative energy and pushing you to the brim. It says, I know this because I'm going to give myself a bad headache if I constantly allow the situation to unfold in a positive way where she's always going to win and let me feel like I'm under attack. Okay. So someone could possibly be, you know, causing problems for you and always attacking in some way. It says nothing is set in stone, but people will caution you not to speak any more about it until they see you in your mind. It says nothing is set in stone, but it will happen for you to speak out and say that you've tried, but you can't take it anymore. Okay, we've got the 5 of Cups here. It says, I do not know how to support my mind with this, but I will support my mind telling myself bad evil is there and never to speak about it again. So someone is cautioning themselves to say that they need to stop doing something, or maybe even laugh it off or push themselves to speak about the situation with you, currently trying to warn yourself not to speak, but you will not allow something to happen if you don't see it. It says if you don't see it, then you're not going to deal with it in that way, but if you see it, you're going to deal with it in a particular way that is going to unleash a negative energy on a person that's going to make you feel like you never wanted to do that, but you had to do it to make them feel like they needed to feel like they were never going to listen about the situation anymore, or maybe even do a problem. It says this person does not want you to speak, but they will see they have a problem. It says they will see they have a problem when they notice you've done something to harm them. So let's see what else is going on, Scorpio. It says, I'm trying to warn you something is changing and it is ending. Mind you, it's not going to end just like that. It has to be you that does something to stop the situation. So you may be getting ready to stop something, Scorpio. It says it's going to happen in that way, whether she likes it or not. But I will end the situation and speak less to her. It says you will be doing this, and you don't have to support your mind not to, because you have to sort out why she keeps letting you down or pushing you to the brim. She keeps trying to warn you that she doesn't want to, but she's going to harm you, and she's letting you know that she has to speak to you again to let you know that something bad is going to happen. It says, when I deal with my mind, I tell you off. I don't need to, but I can. And this time, I'm not telling you off. I'm just showing you a bad situation is occurring with you. Okay? It could be you doing this, Scorpio, to someone, or maybe you're seeing that someone is doing it to you. It says it's not to you, but someone here is possibly putting you through a bad situation. I do see someone is pregnant, or there's some type of pregnancy test here. All right, it does say it's something that you haven't seen before and you don't know where it came from. It says you know you're not the one that's pregnant, but you keep noticing someone keeps placing different types of items at your door, or maybe in the front yard, or maybe even seeing that someone here is possibly even looking for you to tell you off, or maybe tell you, why are you looking through my stuff? I always knew that I didn't have this, but I knew that I had a way to practice good karma. Okay, so someone's trying to block the energy. I do see that. Okay, maybe someone doesn't want someone to know that they're pregnant, or maybe someone is trying to warn someone that they have tricks up their sleeves to try and get the better of you. Okay, it says, I wonder if I can work like this because I won't want to feel like I regret it. All right, so someone doesn't want to regret something here. There is a message here, or there is you know, a person that wants to come forward and visit a home. I do see someone is going to walk in and want to know why this person is speaking to you and dealing with you in such a bad way. It says, this person has not been there for me in my mind when I've told them to stop behaving in a certain way, and they won't listen. I'm going to speak about it and I'm going to deal with the matter. Okay. It says, love life is suffering more than anything, and you need to sort that out. Blind me, you're going to hurt someone. Is that how it's going to happen? It says it doesn't have to happen that way, but you can try and warn yourself not to speak to the person again, or even see them again. One day you'll realize it's not going to be worth talking about it, but maybe you'll see that punishment is something that you don't want to give out. It's just that you don't need to hear that bad news is there anyway when you see what happens. So maybe there's something that could be changing. Okay. It says, I wonder if I can change this because I wouldn't want to hear that I'm going through this problem. But I see people are ready to attack, and I'm not going to allow it to happen. But I do know I'm going to wonder what happens to my wife, or even my children, or even a person that has punished me and made me feel bad. It says, I know because I allowed this person to kick me down and make me feel bad for too long, and I'm not allowing it to happen anymore. Someone is seeing you or watching you. Okay. Or has been spying on you. It says this person does not know how to support their mind with negative energy, but they will kick you down one day and realize that it's not you, it's them that have to see themselves for who they are, and they will not like this. It says you will have better news than anything. You just have to try to warn yourself to do something when you see it occur. It says 1 week later you've noticed that you didn't do it, but you had to speak to yourself and say, well, why am I going to do that if she's not going to trouble me? But if she troubles me again, I am going to make her life hell. So you're ready to make someone's life hell if they don't stop doing something. It may be that the person decided not to do it. Okay, it says there is an idea to partner up here with some karma and tame it there. It does say there's an open discussion to have. It does say you have problems with people that may not want to speak about it, or maybe will, but don't want to hear that you have to deal with it anymore. So suddenly you realize that you can't talk, or maybe you realize that this person hasn't done anything wrong, so you can't speak about it. It says it will be an idea for you to listen before it happens. Okay. It says suddenly you realize that you're doing something that you don't need to do, but you have to speak about something unless it's going to come out in a way where you didn't want it to. It says it's now going to come out, so you need to speak about it and let the situation unfold. Okay. It says nothing is set in stone because obviously I'm not going to allow myself to get away with this. It says it doesn't make you feel any better though, because it's not going to allow me to make myself feel better if you keep doing it. It says I'm not going to do it anymore, but I do know that I can work with you and stop myself from feeling like I've got bad news. So someone's trying to stop themselves from having any type of bad news. Okay. It could be you guys, Scorpio, that feel like you're taking a risk here and you're in your mind about it and you do regret something here with some type of legal system here. It does say you'll leave yourself to wonder if you want to do it, but then you'll realize that you're not going to do it until you see something happen. Okay, it just keeps repeating that energy. Okay. It does say that you're very much aware that there is a child or children there. It does say there is someone here that wants to judge someone but doesn't know if they should speak about this either. They do know that they don't want to talk to you today, or maybe they see that they don't have any problems with you calling up in another way and telling them that you have a problem of your own. It says they won't want to know you have a problem, so they won't be seeing you today because a problem has not been solved so smartly with you telling them anything that's going to happen. Things are going to change. So something here is going to change because it looks like you're ready to do something. Maybe the universe is stopping this in some way. It says it's not going to be like that. It just says you don't want to talk about it, but you will want to talk about it. So who's telling you that you shouldn't? It says you're not going to speak if I don't want to listen to you. Okay? So someone here might not want to listen to you about this. Now let's see who this is. It says it's going to be a police officer that doesn't want to hear that you're going through this, but will know that they have to come out and speak to you if you're going to do something that's going to harm yourself or maybe even harm another person. It says a person here has not done anything wrong until I say so, but I will see why she's doing that and allow you to say that she is getting away with this. Or maybe I'm saying to you that she doesn't need to speak to me because she hasn't done it. So maybe she's not doing it. Okay, maybe you're waiting for someone to do something that keeps doing something ongoing, and now they realize that they're not going to do it and there's no need to speak about it. It says but I noticed I had something else to do. I really need to sort out my mind, and I'm not going to allow anyone to punish me or let me down today. It's something I've planned and I wanted to go out, and I may not have seen what I did, but I tried to tidy up and maybe even place my mind back in the right place and say, you deal with that. I'm not dealing with it. I could have a problem. So this person may realize they've got other things to do and they have a problem and they don't want to deal with the situation. Okay, if not, they're aware that there's a third party involved and they have a child there and they have to make an offer that is going to take the opportunity to work on being open. It says this person will partner up with someone that's not going to see them in a good way, but it does say this person will change their mind and start thinking about good karma instead of doing something bad. Oh, Scorpio, I don't know what the hell you're going through. Okay, it says there's a partnership coming in here, or you have to partner up with something. It says it's not going to be that way, so watch and see what happens in the new week ahead, or even in the new year. It says new year will be possible for you to have this problem. If you don't want it, then don't sort it out. It says you may not go through it in that way. It says you have to change the outcome of the situation and allow your nerves to settle before you do anything. It says you have to change something and make it change and make it happen in your own way. Okay, because there's some regrets with something here. It could have something to do with the authorities. It could have something to do with a Taurus as well. I'm picking up there's a Taurus child here, and there's also a group of people here, and it does look like something is hidden or someone wants to hide. It does say someone is calling out and or is manipulating something here. All right, and wants to hide. It does say there's a reunion as well to look into with a plan. It says, I know this because I knew she would change something, and I feel like if she does, it's because my energy is telling me it is off. She has finally realized that if she solves her mind and sorts out the problem inside herself, she will not want to come out and practice anything negative that's going to trouble me. So some of you guys have kind of knew, look, someone's trying to play mind games to manipulate the situation and may want to change the outcome because they feel like something is going to happen. Right, so let's see what else is going on for you guys. It says there is nothing set in stone, but people will want to talk to you. So what are you going to do about it? Let's see what else. It says, I know this because I'm going to call out for help and make my mind feel bad. It says, I know this because I was going to do the same thing, but I realize you're going to do it first. So someone realizes that you're doing something first. It says you do know that you have time to think about whether or not you want to do it. Because something could be left out, but it could be, you know, some type of lack that you keep going through, or some type of karma you keep going through. Maybe like, you know, someone's someone's got health problems. It's like someone's got some type of health problems. All right, It says this person has health problems and I'm not dealing with them until they show me that they've got to deal with something that they know they were going to do. So you know someone there's got health problems, but you're kind of waiting for this person to show up in that way so you can do what you've got to do. Okay. Let me plug this in before the battery dies, Scorpio. Alright. So let's see what else is going on. It says, I know I'm going to change my situation and not be a laughing stock. So someone's going to change their situation and not be a laughing stock. There's a plan here. There's a plan here. It says, I will switch it up and say you did that. Okay, so someone might try to switch up some information and say that you did something here. Okay. That could be the shock, or it could be shocking, okay, that the person didn't do anything at all. It says, I will call them and I'm going to let you know when I'm doing it as well. Okay, so someone's ready to call someone here and let you know when they're doing it. It says there's a perspective here for someone to move forward and feels very confident that they need to sort something out with their home or a reunion here. It says, I know that I'm calling the police, but I feel like I will not call them first. You will do it. Okay. It says, I have told you this because you will do it when I know that I'm going to place it back. If I don't place it back, then I'm calling them first. It says, I know I'm calling them because when I told myself I've got to leave myself to wonder if she's going to beat me to it, I've got to steal the idea from her and make her feel like bad news is coming to her. So, you know, just be mindful that someone's going to try and manipulate a situation here. All right. But you're all right, though, because you've got loads of things to warn yourself that you already told this person off because of the way you handled the situation in the beginning, Scorpio. It says it will be beneficial for you to think about that because people will want to speak to you one day. It says not today, though, because these people are not going to come to you with a problem of your own. It says they're going to come to you with a problem of hers. It says she's not going to call them, but she's wondering what she should do if she feels like bad news is coming. Okay. It says you could be shutting something down, or a woman is shutting something down and taking her time. It does say there is some plans here as well to remember this and is in their mind about it. Okay. It says you are the one that's doing this, but you also know someone didn't do anything, so it's not going to work out in your favor. It says you have to be open to why she's doing that and where she's going. Is she living out this mind game, or is she playing mind games? Is she purposely being in your way, or is she going to suddenly see that she's not in your way and push herself back in her own mind and move on? All right. It says, I wonder why I needed to speak about you today because I didn't want to, but I told you off. In my mind, I said, I told you off. I may not speak about it. I may not put it there again, but I told you I'm not dealing with you in that way. You can come to me and make me feel bad, but I'm not dealing with you in that way. Okay, could be dealing with an air sign person here. Okay. Or could be dealing with a change, with some feelings, with someone walking away, and it's controlling that there is some stress here. Okay, and this person feels shocked. This person is also holding back their feelings with a perspective that they want to come towards you here and feel like they have the confidence to sort something out and partner up with you. It does say you will push towards this person and make them feel like they have a problem. They do not have a problem and they will not give you one today. All right, so some of these people, whoever it is you're dealing with, you're going to notice this person may not even give you a problem, but it says she wants to, but she's trying to warn herself to back off. So there could be some type of warning to back off. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Check out Gemini's reading as well. All right, because there's some type of shock there or some type of worries. All right. So let's see what's going on other than that, Scorpio. Anything else for Scorpios? It says love life is suffering. When are you going to take care of your family and make your love life a better one? Okay, so it's a lot of energy in regards to your love life. Okay, in the past you had wish fulfillments, you know, that were worrying you. It does look like there's a Cancerian or a water sign man here that does feel like he has some type of wish fulfillments that he's taming. It does seem like he is trying to be open to love. He doesn't want to judge a situation, but he feels like he's mentally feeling sorry for you or wanting to know he can stand his firm ground and not speak about anything. Purposely wanting to know he can stay away and keep away from you. Maybe even seeing that he does try again to move on, but it doesn't really work out for you in that way, or you know it's working out and he wants himself to stay away and doesn't want to see you anymore. He might not like it, but he has to stay with whoever he's been working with. Could be another water sign, it could be a Cancerian, it could be an air sign, or it could be a fire sign, possibly a Leo. Okay, it does say he may not want to see you again, but he wonders why he should. He says he doesn't want to, but he's contemplating whether or not he should speak to you. Okay. It does say he will never want to join you and make you feel better for who you are, but he laughs and makes sure he stays away and never speaks about you any more than this. But also someone here is certainly wanting to get away with a partner, or maybe even laugh at you, or maybe even cry, because this person doesn't really want to stay away from you and doesn't really want this other person. Okay. It does say she's been judging you though, and it doesn't say it's good news. It says you may not feel bad now, but possibly later on this week you'll feel like judgment here is going to get you, or something is going to be a victory upon you, possibly even cause you some type of harm, or maybe even feel like you have been conquered. It says you're not going to get conquered, but you have to see you have victory winning over your problems with an ex. You didn't want to stay away, but you did have to say goodbye to them and don't want to see them again. All right. It says some of you will be staying and not knowing how to cope, but it does say both of you realize that you do know something is going to change and leave you to both wonder why you needed to sort the situation out more than this, because it's not going to solve your problems if you stay. Okay. It says love life is going to be something beneficial for you one day, and you have to see why. Good news is something that is just around the corner. One week you're not spending time with a person, another week you're spending time with them, or a new person will show up. Okay. It says your love life is so concerning that we don't want to see you in a bad way. We have to let you know that good karma is coming, and we want to see it in your life. All right. It says we don't want to show you why we're doing this, but we've got to support you and let you know that punishment is something that you don't have to deal with, but you will have to speak to me if I need you to talk to me about good news and how you can work on yourself and make yourself feel better. If people come to you to arrest you or give you bad news, it says someone here thought they could trouble you first. It says this person may not want to speak to you, but they still feel like they could call them and make you feel bad. Are you ready to deal with the problem in another way? It says one week you'll realize that it's not going to work for you, and another week it could work for you. How would you solve the problem? It says because I have dealt with it already and I listen to who I am, and I'm not going to certainly give you that problem. I just laugh because I don't want to hear that I have bad news too. If I gave it to you, then I know I'd be in a problem too, so I certainly wouldn't want to give it to you. I may not listen to you and give you problems ever again, but I will solve my problems and say I'm not dealing with the situation again, or maybe not today. I just don't think it's a good idea for me to solve this problem today. Like I said, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or maybe you could be dealing with another water sign, or even a fire sign. Okay, a Cancerian is here as well. All right. I'm hearing something about a generous offer is here. It says your love life is suffering, but no one knows why you had to push and make yourself feel bad. Okay. So you could have been pushing something and made yourself feel bad. But it does seem like you feel like shutting something down and making yourself feel known that you're in a problem with your own mind and not in the reality. All right? It says you have not given yourself a bad rep today. You're going to leave a situation alone and walk away, but problems are not solved overnight. A policeman is not going to want to speak to you, but will see you in your mind to not speak to them anymore. This person is walking away and not returning. It says they will be leaving you behind. Laugh because you did something. You didn't realize how strong and powerful you were, but you're going to be leaving something behind because you did it. You made sure this person was going to look forward to another home or another house or another permanent place to live, and they are now looking forward to good karma coming in. Okay. Maybe you wanted someone to move on, Scorpio, and now it looks like they might be doing so. It says we're not doing that yet, but we're starting to look for a new apartment. Someone here wants to look for a new apartment, and they know this because they haven't seen good karma come living in this person's mind all the time. They said they feel like bad news is going to come if they keep staying there. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Oh, it says, I wonder if I can keep you there and wonder if I'm going to keep you up in this mind game I'm playing until I find my new home. I've got to solve this problem because if I say that I'm staying here, I'm going to kick someone, I'm going to hurt them, I'm going to even tear them down. But I wondered if I could keep doing this because I'm going to hurt myself. And I feel like I have to punish my mind and tell myself off that I've got to move on. So someone's moving on. Okay, but it's like they're fighting it as well, or they're fighting their mind or something like that. But this person is walking away though. Someone is walking away. All right. So anyway, let's see what's going on with your work. What's going on with your work, Scorpio? What's going on with your work? Okay, work is going to be practical and simple once you trust the good process of a person that wants to speak to you. You do see you have to speak about why you've called them or let them know that you was coming in to deal with a situation. You said to them that you didn't want to come, but you had to go down there to speak about why you had the problem. So you may have to go somewhere to speak about a problem as well. Okay, either that or this person's going to rush towards you. All right, I do see someone has been either called or they're going to rush towards you, working on contemplating something here. All right, it does look like it could be an earth sign. It says, I don't want to speak about it, but will you come to me if I ask you to come down and send me a message to tell me what had happened? Would you come towards me? Because I wouldn't want to be mean, but I don't think I deal with things in that way. This person may not have spoken to you in a good way or even dealt with you, but I wouldn't want you to see that I'm going to cause you a problem. I just want to see that you have something to say and you need to let me know that a bad rep is going down. Okay, so there could be some type of plans here for you to look into something that's deceptive as well. Okay. It says we don't deal with things like this just like that, but we would talk to you about how you could proceed and maybe even tell us why this person keeps attacking you. It says you have to come down and make us believe that we need to be direct with you. Okay. It says we will not even speak about it in that way. We'll let you know that we can talk to you or tell you off or make you feel bad. But it says that you don't have to feel bad if you feel like you are being under attack. You have to feel like someone is not supporting you and may see why they're not supporting you because they don't want to deal with certain problems that you have. So someone may not even want to deal with the type of problems that you have. It says we do not know how to support this, but we can offer you advice and help. Is she going to be attacking you or maybe even telling you off? Does she have problems giving you good karma? Does she tell you off? Like, does she always want to raise her voice or maybe even get mad? It says that kind of energy is something that we know that we can support or maybe even give you problems with. It says you may not know it, but you could have that problem. But it says if you don't have that problem, then we wouldn't caution you. It says you may have raised your voice or maybe even told a person off, but you never got through to them, and that's the reason why. This person always wanted to give you a bad rep and never knew how to support you in a good way. It says this person always made me feel bad and shut the door in my face or maybe even closed the window too hard or maybe even hurt me. It says that's the kind of problem we want to hear before we send someone out to make them feel worse. It says you may not be in a bad way, but we didn't want to hear that you were shouting or maybe even telling a person off. It says you have to be so mindful about how you deal with things. It doesn't help that you told them off, but it does help that you have given yourself time to consider consider. Why do they keep doing that? Okay. Alright. I feel like some of you guys might have to be mindful about something here. It says, I'm open to listening, but if you've been shouting, then I'm going to put you in your place. Because it doesn't say you have been shouting first, but you have been allowing the person to tease you or harm you, but never raised your voice. Then would say we're not coming anywhere. But if you shouted at them, then we'd wonder why you had to tell them off and they're still not listening. It says because she doesn't know how to support her ideas, and maybe you've been trying to tell people that you've got good karma with the person or people that you've been dealing with to try and solve the problem, but you haven't been heard. It's not going to be a situation that's going to be solved overnight, but you will have to solve it again in your mind and say, are they helping you? Okay, so I don't know if you've got some problems going on at work and wondering if, you know, if they're going to help you. It says we're not going to help you just like that, but you have to see why we're not. We're not just going to solve your problems just because you've asked us to. She's got to speak about why she's got this problem and let us know she's got a problem with you. We want to know that you're going to have a problem with her too. We don't know how to support her with her problems, but we'll support you with your problems if you've had negative mind games to play yourself. She says she's not going to speak about anything bad to you again. She may not even deal with you in that way. Okay. So it looks like there could be some, you know, there could have been some problems at work. It says there was, but it doesn't say you're going to work with them anymore to deal with the situation. It says nothing's set in stone, but you will see that problems are going to be lopsided or maybe even taken for granted or possibly even used as an as a idea to make you feel like you haven't done something wrong, but you could be the one causing the problem. It says you will not want to deal with it in that way, but you'll see people not really supporting you or helping you in the right way until you get the support you mean or meant to get. It says you don't need to, because no one's going to help you in that way until she has a problem with you. All right. So maybe something's calmed down and you was ready to do something, Scorpio. Maybe sort it out with the boss or the management or whoever it is that you've got to work with to solve a problem, but you've got to wait for something to unfold. So let's see what's going on with your business side of things, Scorpio. It says business is going to be okay. Nothing is set in stone, but problems are never going to be yours. Smile, because you've got a better day coming than you did in a long time. Okay. It says we want to know that you have this because we don't want to hear bad news is coming, but we have to give you it. You are going to work on yourself and give yourself better news. No matter what, give yourself a better time today. All right. It says your love life is something we need to support. Okay, it keeps going on and on about this love life. It does speak a lot about that in a lot of people's readings, don't mind you. Keeps coming up that people need to focus on their love life, their love life, their love life. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the love life, because it does look like you're having better time in your business. You know, you may not be having the greatest time in your work in regards to maybe someone that's giving you a problem, or, you know, some type of issues that are there, but it may be for some of you and not all of you. In your personal life, there could be someone causing you some grief, maybe just something you just don't need, and you know you're ready to put that person in their place, but maybe this person's realizing that they don't want to give you no karma because they're looking for a way out and to move forward in a different way. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your love life for Scorpio. Scorpio's love life, please. So Scorpio is going to have a good time in their mind, pretending that they have great news. It says it doesn't say it's going to be great, but you have to wonder why. Well, let's find out why, shall we? We're not just wondering what's going on. It says Scorpio doesn't have great news in their mind, but in reality, people are not bothering them anymore. It says, well, will we bother you though? Will we really bother you? Because we wasn't going to bother you, but you have to see why. Okay, well, we're asking why. Why is that? Why are you not bothering us all of a sudden? It says we don't want to see that we have bad news. Okay, so these people know that they don't want bad news with you, Scorpio. It's almost like a manipulation tactic. You know, when someone feels like, all right, something could be brewing, like if someone's working on Scorpio's nerves, getting them amped up, but they know, they feel the energy getting to a point where they have to say, you know what, I'm backing up, I'm pulling away, because I can feel that something could get out of hand, and I don't want to be the one that's going to be in the problem. Yeah. So let's see what else is going on in your love life, Scorpio. Anything going on in Scorpio's love life? It says you have been trying to warn yourself that someone is manipulating your energy. Okay. It says it's cosmically the universe, but people arguing or fussing is something that you don't want to hear. Maybe even a person that doesn't want to hear it and sticks up for you and maybe doesn't want to cause a scene. It says they never wanted to want to continue in that way. Someone's trying to get away with something or walk away from something or push past something, or even are fighting themselves to try and stop a situation. Okay, maybe someone's trying to stop themselves from moving on or moving away from you, or maybe is fighting to move away. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Scorpio's love life. It says, I love you and I can't stand that you want to hurt me. I don't want to see you hurt me, so I can't harm you. I can't do it. Okay, this person don't want to harm you and can't do it. Could be dealing with an air sign or another water sign here. Could be dealing with a Gemini, like I said. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. It says, I know that I haven't stopped myself completely, but I don't want to be in a problem today. Someone doesn't want to be in a problem today. So let's see what else is going on, Scorpio. It says, I will not want to be in a problem with you again. Someone don't want to be in a problem with you again. I see someone's holding on tightly to something, or, you know, kind of holding on to squeezing something or someone here. There's been some loyalty here, or you've been waiting for something to unfold with that moon energy there, Scorpios. Okay. So that's what's been saving you from the problem. You did something and you didn't realize it was going to work. Okay. It says you have been fighting this, but you don't know how to support what was going to happen. Okay. It says you wanted to be loyal, but you didn't understand what it was trying to tell you. Okay. So you did something that may have saved yourself from something, okay, but you didn't know how it was going to unfold. So let's see what else is going on, Scorpio, because it doesn't say much about your love life, but hey, it could be to do with other people around you, you know, people that, you know, maybe the life of yours that you love so much, loving yourself, okay, and other people knowing that they love themselves, they have to stop themselves from some type of drama. Karma. So let's see what else is going on, Scorps. Your love life. Anything else? It says it does have good karma when it comes to winding down to good fortune. Blessings are there. Promises of love are there. Problems are not going to be so smart to deal with while you're dealing with this. Okay. Let's see what else, because it looks like there's some plans here for something. I don't know what that is. It says we want to make sure that you are loving yourself before you get married. So you got to love yourself before you get married. Someone wants to talk as well to a fire sign. It says watch out as well for this water sign man here. All right. That has some decisions inside himself to talk about being ready for something as well. All right. There's also a fire sign that wants to talk about this air sign that's also holding back some feelings inside themselves. Okay. It does say a water sign could be holding back some feelings about an air sign here, but this water sign wants to talk or wants to make a decision about this fire sign. And this fire sign wants to talk about making a decision about this water sign here. Okay. Could be dealing with 3 different types of guys. If not, this is maybe, you know, some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign, some of you guys are dealing with an air sign, some of you guys are dealing with a water sign. Okay. Let's see. It says you have to have loyalty to deal with me. Me and you are going to be back when we see it, but not right now. So some of you guys are waiting to be back with someone, or someone's waiting to be back with you, or is loyal to you but is fighting something here. Okay, let's see what's going on with the singles. What's going on with the singles? Okay, singles are not going to be so serious right now with their love lives, and don't want to see that good karma is coming to them in love. Don't really want to see it because they haven't seen it for a long time and don't want to deal with it. Don't really want to hear it, and don't want to hear that no one is going to be promising them good news. It does say you do want good news, but you don't want to see people probably giving you bad news, or even harming you or hurting you the way this air sign female has, or possibly even a water sign man, or maybe just someone that you just don't want to deal with anymore. Okay, it says you know that you've been single for a while for some of you guys, and you realize that you're having a good time. It says you don't need to speak about anyone that's going to give you a bad time either. Okay, it says you love yourself so much that you support your ideas and may not want to see any bad news come, so you're trying to fight the energies and make sure you stay on the path of good wealth. Instead of being practically mad at yourself, you're being more mindful about how you support yourself, and even see yourself as a promise to someone, but never going to give in on how you want it to happen. So there's a way you want to be loved, and there's a way you want things to happen, and you're not giving up on that. You want it in a certain type of way, and you're not giving up. Some of you guys are not even having sex with anyone. Some of you guys could be celibate. You know, some of you guys are really not, you know, interested in giving, you know, your cookies away to anyone that's not deserving of it, honey. All right. It says there's some feelings here of wondering why you do that, and it says it's better than not having any good news. Okay, it's better than not having any good news, and that's the reason why you do it. It's like someone could be mad that you're not having sex with them, but hey, you don't want to give away the goodies when the person doesn't deserve it. What are they doing for you to deserve it? Just want to have sex? It's not worth it, is it? So it's like you desire more in your life, and you want good for your life, and you'd rather work on your work and your commitments and fight for good fortune in regards to your finances and have success, you know, in your life in regards to how you can stabilize it, than have any nonsense with your lover. Okay. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else going on with the singles? Okay, so singles are preparing themselves for a new person. So some of you guys are preparing yourself for a new person. So let's see what's going on with those that are in a relationship. Those in the relationships are warning each other not to spend any time alone, or maybe you have been doing so for so long that you're contemplating whether or not you should speak to your person and send them a negative message saying, are you leaving me, or are you mentally stable, or are you seeing that you don't have any good times with me? Are you wondering why we don't? Because we don't spend time together, we don't do anything, we don't love each other, we don't support each other the way we used to. What happened? Okay, not spending enough time together, not doing the things that you used to do together. Okay, let's see what else is going on with the lovers, with those in a relationship. It says, I love you, but I can't be there. Some of you guys, your person just can't be there. Okay, you could already know this and have manifested to see this. You do know it's true, and you do feel like, well, I've made this offer to myself to feel like I need to move forward and not know which way to go, but end this or change it. Maybe worry less about a situation because you feel like you don't know which way to go with the worries, and you could just want to shut things down. It says you don't have to do that, but you could do that. And it says some of you guys will want to shut it down, where some of you guys will want to war with your person until you take the time to see that it's not worth it and calm down and make sure that you have fulfillment in your mind that you can sort out with other men or other situations or other people or other places or other things, that you don't need to stress about your love life and you can support it whether it's there or whether you decide to move on. Okay. It says, my life is changing and I believe yours is too. We have to see you another day and move on. Possibly not see you again, but maybe just move on. Okay, so some of you guys are deciding to break up and move on. And maybe some of you guys are taking the time apart from each other right now and seeing that better things are to come later on. It says you will move forward and see your partner again, but once you do this, it's time for you to move on from something bad that you've been dealing with. So you may have been dealing with something negative and you just want to move on from that thing first. You may be dealing with something in your personal life that you're trying to move away from, and then you'll sort things out with your love life soon. Okay, so let's see what's okay. It says someone wants to come in and speak to you about bad news. Are you ready to support the idea, or are you going to walk away? I do feel like someone's manipulating something here, and it doesn't seem, you know, healthy. It says someone is, but it says you don't know how to see if it's going to unfold. You have to wait first. So something has to be weighed up first. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with those that are married. It says if you're married, you're going to have a better time in your love life, both of you supporting each other, and wedding plans is something that you know that you're working on. If you have a good spouse that is working on this, suddenly you will be getting married in the next 2 weeks or in the new year. Some of you guys are getting married in the new year. Okay. All right. Says, I love you and I can't support seeing you with someone else, and I do know that I have to move on. So I'm not going to speak about it, but I do know that I have to move on. So some of you guys know that someone's spying on you in your new relationship, and this person has to move on. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. It says that you will be in a third party or maybe with another person. Someone new is trying to tell you that they are coming into your life. It may not be supported right now for you guys to think this way. After all, you do have better news when it comes to the worries that you had. Maybe you needed a time to believe it was going to work out, or maybe just needed a friend. Maybe you just needed support, someone to help you or support you. I couldn't support you like that, but I know that I can't deal with the situation. Someone's wishing for you here, Scorpio. All right, I mean, it could be another Scorpio. It does say this person means well but can't see you anymore, but does know they want to. It says this person may not know how to speak to you, but does need you, does want you, does yearn for you. Okay. It says, I love you. My life will change, though. If I have a new person, I can't support you anymore. All right. So it says, I know because I want to believe that we're going to be there, still wondering if each other are married. So someone's, you know, wondering if each other is married. Instead, I'm trying to talk about marriage with the married couple. Someone's there still kind of yearning for you, Scorpio. So anyway, let's see what's going on with the married couples, though. It says married couples are well, just well, but I want to know how you're doing. So someone keeps getting in the way of my reading and wants to know how you're doing. All right, married couples are well. I'm trying to look to see what's going on with the married couples. You all are getting married in 10 more weeks. It says wonderful plans are happening for some of you guys. Okay, it does say there is some loyalty here to some feelings of taming some lies here, or someone that's trying to get away with being ready and wants to support the idea, punishing themselves but saying they're staying with you. It says, I realize I've had cold feet for a long time, but I'm going to spark a conversation to believe that we have to be back together. So someone wants to get back with you. Could be another Scorpio, like I said, or it could be a fire sign. It could be any star sign. It could be a Pisces. Okay, it could be an air sign, earth sign. It could be anyone. It says, I wonder if I can spark the conversation and be back with you. So someone wants to come back home, Scorpio, so come back to you. All right, could be a spouse or someone that wanted to marry you and was you know, just had cold feet. This person had cold feet. All right, let's see what's going on with the individual star signs. What's going on with Aries and Scorpio? Aries loves you but doesn't want to support you right now and doesn't want to see that things are going to happen for you in a bad way. Just wants to know you'll move forward and find the person that you want to marry or even be with or even love them in a different way, because they can't support you in love and marriage. They do know that they surprise you at times but want to see you in a better way and want to know if you're okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with Taurus. So Taurus wants to spend the night with you, possibly even keeping you there, wondering if you're helping them give themselves better news or even supporting someone else being under a punishment. It says you will see bad news come if you deal with the Taurus when the Taurus doesn't want to deal with you. It says you don't want to deal with them, but you see bad news is there for someone, or maybe you're supporting something better with them. It says karma is coming with you and another female. It says it doesn't need to be this way, but you can support the idea and change your mind, or even send yourself back and say, I didn't need to do it. It says you don't need to support the idea because the problem is subsiding and people are noticing that you don't want to deal with anything in a negative way. All right, so let's see what's going on with Gemini. It says Gemini is not going to see you anymore and they're going to move on. Okay. It says Gemini wants to know that you can stop believing in your mind to be negative and just move on. Okay. What's going on with Cancerian? Cancerian's going to be together with you. If you don't want them, they're going to be there. It says they won't always want you there, but they will be there and they'll support you and be there for you no matter what. It says they will love you and take care of you, but they can't support the other female that's going to be there. It says you won't have to worry about that if she's not going to speak to me anymore, because I don't see her and we need to speak about how we're going to support each other with our family. I'd rather be with you than be with her. If I'm not going to get my way with you, then I'm not going to be with you, but I'll have to be with you if I want to, because I'm not going to give up on you and I feel like I love you and I can't support anything more than this. It says Cancerian wants to know that they can speak to you in this way. Scorpio doesn't really mind but doesn't really understand why it has to work in this way. It says problems was never going to be yours, always going to be for someone else to deal with, and if the Scorpio doesn't mind dealing with the Cancerian with them problems, then they've got to deal with it in that way. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leos and Scorpios. Leos would rather stay away from you and be there on your own is what they want. Sometimes they need time alone or space, and maybe even notice that they have problems with speaking and may not want to speak at times too. It says, I don't want to hear you have problems with me, so I'm not speaking to you. I'm not dealing with you in bad ways, and I don't want to dream of having negative karma with you. I would never want to deal with you again in that way. I would never, because I see you will have problems with people, or maybe even let me believe that you have problems with people because I hear that bad news is there and I hear that bad news is there and I can't deal with it. I can't. All right, so let's see what's going on with Virgos. Virgos likes you but doesn't love you as much as they do with other people. It says they have to move on and leave themselves to wonder why good karma is coming. It says they try to move on more than they needed to before, but they will now because they don't want to hear good news is coming to you. But they also know bad news is something that you will never have, and they need to excuse their mind from negative energy because they didn't know how to support you, and they need to mind their business because sometimes they really want to see you in bad ways, but they don't want to believe that bad karma is coming. They just look for it in your life and want to wonder if it's going to happen. Oh gosh. I don't know what's the matter with them Virgos. All right, let's see what's going on with Libras. Libras loves you but doesn't know why you have to support such a negative energy. It says they will spank you in your mind to say, why are you doing that? Like really spank you, give you a good telling off, or even tarnish your reputation or drag you into problems of their own at times. It says they will try and harm you and maybe even push you back in your mind to say, why are you telling me this? I won't want to hear that you're in a bad way, but you really want to know that you have problems. Maybe you've seen a problem dealt with, or maybe you're dealing with one, but I wouldn't want to know you're dealing with me to help you solve the problem. Why do you feel like I have to help support you? I don't want to help support you, but I will see your problems are never going to be yours until I've dealt with my own. and I will deal with my own. And I wonder why you're not helping me, but I can deal with my own. But then I see that I'm not going to give you anything to support you, but I will support you and say stay away. What's going on with a Scorpio and a Scorpio? Scorpio hates the fact that you've got to stay away, and the other Scorpio is dealing with a negative stigma. It says both of you need to respect each other's space right now and move on. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to deal with each other, but it says you don't need to speak to each other at this time, or maybe not even next year. It says you just got to leave each other alone. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Sag. Scorpio and Sag do not have good times. At times they do and sometimes they don't. It says you will build a good relationship and wonder why things are working out. It does say you have better news than anyone and want to support the idea. People will get jealous of you or understand that it's not going to be worth it, because sometimes you have bad news with each other and keep it private, or don't want to know that everything is going to be out on display. You just have to warn yourself that better news comes and you move on. What's going on with Scorpio and what's going on with Scorpio and Capricorn? Scorpio and Capricorn. Capricorn may not like you, but they do. And they want to know that they can support you at times, but don't. And then they do, and then they don't. And then they help you at times, but don't really want to help you or help anyone else. It does say they would rather be alone and spend time alone right now. What's going on with Aquarius and Scorpio? Aquarius helps you to wonder if everything is going to be okay. It says you will have better news with them because they laugh at you at times, or maybe even feel like things are going to work out suddenly for you in better ways when it doesn't. And then they wonder why it doesn't, because they always fraudulently push you back into the same negative mind game. It says this time they will, at times they don't, and sometimes they will and sometimes they don't, but sometimes they have good karma and they leave you alone. It says this time they will wonder why you have problems and want to see you in regards to how you speak about your problems. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pisces and Scorpio. Pisces doesn't want to hear from you and doesn't want to see you today. Doesn't want to deal with you another day either, but does know they can support you and maybe even steal from your mind and say, are you okay? It says they don't want to deal with you, but they'd rather love you from afar, or maybe even see you from another time in your mind where you're doing in a better way. It says they rather see you in a better way than in a negative way, and don't want to see you in a bad way, so they're moving on. And they don't want to see you in a negative way with them, so they definitely don't want to hear that they have to stay and put up with any nightmares or karma or drama. All right, so let's see what's going on with your angel messages, Scorpios. Okay, it says child. All right, it says you, let's see, let's light on this thing. It says you care deeply about children and they really respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, requires love, affection and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are feeling sensitive right now, feel like, you know, your inner child needs some support, or it needs love, or, you know, there could be a significant child that needs, you know, support in a situation you're dealing with. All right, even be something you have in love for, you know, you've got a soft spot for children. All right, let's see what's going on with your other angel messages. It says life review. Archangel Jeremiah, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So some of you guys need to take some type of review with something and change something that doesn't seem quite balanced. All right, so let's see what's going on with the universal deck. Okay, this card came out in reverse. This flower on the card kind of looks like an eye. Okay, maybe some of you guys been dealing with an evil eye. All right, It says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disruptive. So some of you guys feel like maybe you're just not in alignment right now with the universe in some way. And maybe that's why your peace has been disrupted. Okay, some way your peace has been disrupted. Okay, hopefully you can get in alignment with the universe so your peace can't be disrupted. All right. So let's see what's going on with your angel numbers. It says number 4, number 7, number 6, number 10, number 23, number 42, and number 97. It does say number 15 or number 14 as well. Okay. So, Scorpios, my lovelies, I hope everything works out well for you and you don't have to deal with anything that's going to give you too much, you know, negative energy. It does look like something could be turning around or shifting, or maybe something's going away. Maybe you might have to deal with something to make sure it does go away, or a person, if someone is PISSing you off. Okay, but either way, I wish you love and light, and I'll speak to you again in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.